Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another round of Basis Picks. As always, please like and subscribe, share with a friend, a colleague, a relative, an associate, an enemy, any and all in between. It is appreciated. Now, I wasn't actually going to do this video. I think most of you already know the situation. I think in the live on Wednesday, I spoke about not really being interested in doing this undercards and whatnot. But for the sake of obviously the people who have, subscribe to the channel, people that do have memberships or whatnot, I feel it's only right for me to stay consistent. Even when I don't want to do something, I think it's right to still persevere especially when I have the time to do so. I was supposed to go to the Queensbury card later on today at the York Hall, but due to some other issues, not going to be able to do that. So yeah, I decided to do the video instead. It's going to be very brief. I was talk about a few fights really. Pretty much I'll just kind of leave it at that. So look, you got Sam Noakes versus Yvonne Mendy later on tonight. I haven't looked really anything to do with the undercard. Couple names on there I recognize, but I just haven't done any real research on it. With regards to that, Sam Noakes is 13-0 with 13 KOs, and I think Yvonne Mendy is like 48-6-1 or something like that, but he's never been knocked out. Sam Noakes is nothing but knockouts as of yet. What I do think basically will happen in this fight, I do think Sam Noakes is going to take that step up for I think it's a vacant European title against Yvonne Mendy. I think he's going to win, but I think this will arguably be his toughest test to date. But I also think this will be the first time he gets taken the distance. So I do think Yvonne Mendy will continue his defensive streak of not being KO'd, but Sam Noakes will win a fairly dominant performance on the cards, even if he has a few sort of hairline moments in the fight. So I'm looking at maybe a 117, 111, 116, 112 type deal, but Yvonne Mendy's going to come to play, and yeah, Sam Noakes is going to elevate himself to the next level after this. Now, on the Golden Boy card on DAZN, as you guys know, I haven't purchased the pay-per-view. I won't be purchasing it, so I'll have to see all the fights tomorrow. John Scrappy Ramirez against David Jimenez, I think is going to be a fairly fun looking fight. I do predict that Scrappy Ramirez will win that one via decision in a very competitive bout, because Jimenez is quite, he's quite tidy, to be totally honest. Darius Fulgrim's on the prelims against Christian Olivas. I think in his last fight he didn't get the KO when most people did think he would do. I think he may end up going back to his KO ways in this fight, so I'm going to predict for him to get the KO in and around the 6th round. Sergey Derevyanchenko's on the card against Vaughn Alexander. I think Derevyanchenko will win that fight on points. Alexander's a very tough customer, but Derevyanchenko, I feel, is just, in terms of skills, he's just like levels above Alexander, even though he's got a lot of battle miles on the clock. He's a bit shop worn, but I think skill wise, technique wise, he's going to have enough to outlast and outpace Vaughn Alexander. Bektemir Melikuziev against Pierre-Hubert Debombe. I've not seen him before, but his team are very confident in him. That being said, I do think Bektemir Melikuziev is probably the better schooled professional and amateur of the two. I'm going to go with him to win the fight, but I do think it will be probably a decision if Debombe has got anything about him. If not, it will be a late-ish type stoppage. But I wouldn't be surprised if he also has some success in there and Melikuziev maybe gets a couple of Gabe Rosado flashbacks. Arnold Barbosa Jr. against Sean McCone. Barbosa Jr. is a very clinical, technical boxer. He throws quite a lot of volume, but a lot of it is behind a very pure boxer-ish type rhythm. He doesn't have a huge amount of power, but he's very attritional in his work. So I do see a scenario where he will basically kind of maybe beat Sean McComb, just beat him down into submission round after round, and I reckon probably about the 9th or the 10th round that Arnold Barbosa Jr. will get a stoppage in that fight. Now, moving on to the main event, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. It's no longer for the WBC super lightweight title because Ryan decided to come in over 3 pounds heavy at the weigh-in. I think he got taxed $1.5 million because of it. So that probably works to change the deficit between their 45-55 per split between the two of them. I'm pretty sure that's made it very much closer, probably like 48-52 in Ryan's favor. Now, with that being said, long story short, while I think Ryan's got a great left hook, got great speed, he fights with his chin up in the air, he does fight sort of upright. Devin's got a great stab to the body. Devin knows how to control distance. He's the rangier of the two. He's just got the much better boxing fundamentals at this point in time. Also, not being as drained as usual, even though obviously he did look a bit dry and gaunt, you know, coming in at the weigh-ins, but you can tell even 140 is going to be a bit of a struggle to make moving forward. So he's probably not much long left for this particular division, maybe a year and a half absolute max, and then up to 147. But with that being said, I think this is the fight where he reestablishes his knockouts. He's never going to be a pure knockout artist, and that happens when you're facing, you know, top level opposition. It's not as easy to get those knockouts, but this one I definitely do think he drops Ryan twice. I can see a scenario where Ryan gets dropped twice, he either doesn't get up after that second one, or he gets dropped twice and then maybe the corner throws in the towel, or he gets waved off on his stall afterwards. I am predicting Devin Haney to win this fight just through sheer application and you know, just more dedication than Ryan. And I'm going to go for round 9. I think within the 9 rounds, but I'm going to go 9. I think by the 9th round, Ryan Garcia doesn't either come out or get stopped, and Devin Haney wins and keeps his KO streak at 50%. And that's a very short one, but that is my predictions for today. Please leave yours down below, let me know what you think. I will be back tomorrow with the weekend wrap. Probably there will also be a boxing debate show. Myself, October Red, Maestro Boxing, and Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV. But if not that, there will also definitely be other content on my channel as well as weekend wrap, but you guys will see when it's time. But thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed. Sorry if you didn't, but that is Basis Picks. Locked.